What's going on, everybody? What's happening? This is another episode 4 of Opinion Nation. I want to apologize for coming a little late, but this studio is very awesome, and a lot of people do shows in here, and everyone has different setups. And you know, me being black, I was running late, and we didn't get a chance to do a sound check. I was running last week, but you know, stuff happens, man. You know, and it's really bad to run late when you live on the same street where you're going to work. It's the same street. It's just a long ways. And but I want to say a shout out to Tyrone. What's up, Tyrone, man? It's good, man. Tell your wife hello and Gina. Now, for those of you that, there's going to be some questions coming in through the chat room, and you're not going to hear them. That's because there's no sound in the studio. It's really quiet in the studio I'm in. My engineer is Nick. He's going to be sending some stuff out. So go to rolloutstudios.com. rolloutstudios.com, click live. You'll hear everything. Evan Lionel, my man. I got to get you on the show, bro. You know, I hate bothering comics. I've asked several people 3 times, and then, you know, if you don't respond the third time, I can do this shit all by myself. I can do a show in my sleep. You know, Rabon Radio let me know right away that I could do this. You know what I mean? Certain things that you learn by doing it. First time I wrote a joke or rewrote a joke on a TV show, D.L. Hughley gave me the opportunity to punch up a script, and it was a joke that I rewrote because I couldn't do it anymore because of the pressure from the writers on the show. But it was an episode, and I don't mind sharing this story because it was an episode where Pat Morita, rest in peace, was D.L.'s neighbor on the Hughleys, and they were having a meal together, and D.L. had a plate of food in his hand, and Pat Morita took it, and then the line was, "I will stick you with this fork," you know, threatening him for taking his plate. And I changed that line to, "Man, I will fork you up," and they kept it. And I was like, you know what? I can write. And then it was so cool that I was in Catalina Island, and I hear the promo for the show, and that rewritten piece of language was in the promo. So I'm like, oh man, they used my shit. So I can write. And, you know, sometimes you just got to just do it. Maybe to stick, maybe not. But I do want everybody to know, go to rolloutstudios.com and click live, and you'll see everything. And we got the chat room going. Nick, how's it going, man?
Slow motion, man. Did you, I know you said you were in a rush here. Did you get a chance to check out that Jefferson's remake?
Oh, not only, it comes with an 8. I meant the TiVo it.
Oh, yeah. The chat room was going crazy about it. They said it was pretty good.
Oh, that's right. They watched it on the East Coast feed.
I guess they watched it live. Yeah, most of you guys on the chat room.
Man, I'm gonna miss it.
What do you think about that?
I think it's great. Hey, man, first, anything Jamie Foxx do, brother, please. Are you kidding?
Right.
Now, I can see him as Sherman. I can see Jamie Foxx as, he could play Donald Trump. You know what I mean? But I didn't, Wanda Sykes as Wheezy, I didn't really see that.
You know what? I seen a snippet of it on Instagram, and she killed it.
Really?
I almost liked her better than Wheezy.
Get out.
Because, you know, Wanda Sykes has that natural edge to it.
Yeah.
You know, she's real witty.
What?
She's quick. You know what I mean?
Man, I forgot to set the doggone DVD, man.
I thought Wanda,
I'll be right back.
I thought Wanda killed it, man.
Well, it should be on YouTube, right? Tonight?
Yeah. I looked on YouTube. It wasn't up there yet. So.
But it'll be later on, right?
Yeah, it'll definitely be on there.
So I think that's a great idea, man. I think anytime that, you know, you can bring back something like that with class acts that they got doing it, I think that's awesome. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's All in the Family as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's both. It's all it's Norman Lear's show.
So that was was that a spinoff of Good Time?
All in the Family.
Jefferson?
All in the Family. Yeah. Let me see. I can't remember. I want to say that Jeffersons was a spinoff. That's so long ago, even my old ass can't remember.
Because I know they did a lot of spinoffs back then. I
it
thought that was the thing.
But I'm trying to remember. I don't remember it was a black person on on All in the Family. It was all the white people in the family, at least in that particular family. What's going on, niece? So my niece Nicole watching. Nicole Rabon. What's happening? LeJean, what's going on, girl? David, man, everybody. Okay, we got a great show. Y'all know there's a lot of stuff going on. You get that music?
Yeah, I got the music.
Yeah,
I got the music for you.
I was like, I hope he can get that music, man. They be tripping with the music. They don't
Yeah,
want nobody. You know what I mean? It used to be that way. You pay your ass cap, your ass cam, scam the ass, whatever it was, and you can play all the music you want.
Yes, you see, now the thing with YouTube is, if we play any music that belongs to like a signed artist, they're gonna tag it, and they're gonna shut your video down.
And then you got to edit later on and all this stuff.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they tighten it up on it, but
That was some great
there's
shit.
still some loopholes in it. We'll figure out some loopholes.
Man.
We'll figure out some loopholes.
Well, I want to give a shout out to my important shout out to my sponsor, because it's very difficult to get sponsors. When I had Rabon Radio, I had a couple people about ads, but I never had a sponsor. Someone just said, hey, I'll sponsor your show. So I want to give a shout out to the Social Workout Studio. If you live in LA, if you're in the Valley, particularly in the San Fernando Valley, you're looking for fitness with some fun, you have a good time and laugh and act silly, you need to go check out the Social Workout Studio. It's at 141 Devonshire Street in Chatsworth. Small group training available for like $25. Go to workingoutwithalice.com or socialworkoutstudio.com, or just call certified trainer Alice Rabon at 310-902-5387. Again, that's 310-902-5387. Social Workout Studio. Nick, did you see the photos I sent you, her competition photos?
Yeah, I did. I went and checked out her webpage, actually.
Yeah, and she said, I should have sent those.
I was going to ask you to ask her if I could take some of those photos off and use those.
You can use anything. I think she would love anything that you like to use it to help, with the sponsorship. Cause I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, if anybody wants to be a sponsor, in addition to Social Workout Studio, who they call?
You can give me your email address.
Yeah, that's right. Call
me.
Email me, David Rabon, RAIBON @gmail.com. David Rabon. And I'm talking about it's not that expensive at all. It's not that expensive at all. And keep in mind, anything that's on YouTube stays on YouTube forever. So if you got a project or something you want to promote, as little as $25 a week, then you could do that. It'll be on in perpetuity, forever and ever and ever. You might even be doing a project no more, and they still can Google it and find it, and there your ad will still be in there. So anything you promote on this show, and particularly in YouTube, anyway, is going to be all over the wire. So I think it's a great idea. Get fit. Everybody want to wait till January. You ain't got to wait till January. I will admit I've fallen off. It's very, and I'll be 60 in September, so I want to be like right, and I was gonna have my 60 push-ups and stuff, dude. Because I was doing 50, 58 every morning, and then all of a sudden about 2 months ago I just fell off, and I just can't. It's hard, man. I don't know if it's the testosterone or the lack thereof, or
I think that's a myth, man.
Just don't give a shit no more.
I wanted to ask you, how was it dating a fitness model or a fitness competitor?
Well, Alice wasn't really into that at the time. When she only got into weights, when we used to live in Hollywood, and right down the street from Bally's. This later on became LA Fitness. So I was into it, and I got her into it. I explained like last week, I got her into it, and she got really into it, and we broke up, and then she went and bought a gym, and I went and bought a Mercedes and paid back child support.
That's a cold game, man.
Yeah, it's cold, man. It's a cold world.
Hey, but she looks great, man. She's doing good. So,
yeah.
I guess it all worked out.
Well, she knows she's a certified personal trainer. She knows how to get whatever you need done. If you got some stuff that you need to burn, you got little hip problems, you got too much on the butt, in which I don't think that exists no more in this day and time. I saw a woman butt that was so big, I don't know how she could even sit on the toilet. It seemed like her ass was so big, there would be ass hanging off the side of both side of the toilet. You know what I mean? How do you wipe your ass when your ass is that big? Your whole arm has to be up your butt in order to get all the way up in it. That don't make no sense. It's stupid.
I wonder what the next trend is. We had the breast for a minute, and we had the lips come around.
I don't know, man.
Move to the butt. Next is gonna be something
plus,
strange.
And they've been coloring their skin too. They're bleaching.
Oh yeah, that is a big thing, especially in Africa. I have some friends. From,
Sammy Sosa and some female did that as well. What's up, John Nash? Man, we got to go ride the Harleys, man. I possibly might be relocating to Arizona later on in the year, which is like 6 hours closer to Houston. So I might be able to meet you in El Paso and the rest of the guys, but I don't know. I'm going to get a softer bike too, because my bike really can't. It's going to be tough riding. That's a long ways. But we'll talk about that when we talk about that. But I do want to welcome everybody to the show. And got a lot of interesting things going on right now. The topic, the show stories. The show is about. I don't understand what's going on with this guy, Jason Mitchell. I mean, he was virtually unknown to Straight Outta Compton, and and did a damn good job playing Eazy-E, man. And if you see him now, he looks nothing like Eazy-E. But he played a very, very good role in doing that. So we're going to talk about what the hell is wrong with Jason Mitchell. He has been cut and dropped from everything. I mean, dude, everything. To be dropped from everything, you have to, I mean, when your agent drop you, I mean, they ain't got your back. I mean, they let you go. They don't want to get sued. When your company, your production company, your projects, they all cut you loose. Something's wrong, man. It's serious. We're going to talk about that. Tonight, we're going to talk about these Golden State Warriors, man. These Golden State Warriors ain't no joke. They may be the best team in any sport. You know what I mean? And listen, you bring on KD, you bring on Boogie Cousins, and they don't even play.
Right.
And you still sweep.
They may be the best team ever.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like,
in any sport.
From top, like people don't understand. Like Sean Livingston, their backup point guard.
Right.
Made it fresh out of high school.
Yeah, he's a starter.
High school, McDonald American, lottery pick. And what was that? Stefan and Draymond Green was the first teammates to get a triple-double in playoff history, which is incredible considering the tandems that's played together, like Karl Malone and John Stockton.
Yeah, right. We're going to talk about that too. So we're going to have a great show. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back. And, one other thing we're going to talk about. What was the last thing? Did I send it to you?
Man, Lil Nas, man.
Oh yeah, Lil Nas. He really didn't come up. That's really great. And he done something really nice for a person that helped him get back to the top. We'll talk about that when we coming back in just a minute. You watching and listening to oPiNion Nation. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Social Workout Studio. If you're in the San Fernando Valley looking for fitness, go and see Alice, 21141 Devonshire Street in Chatsworth. Call her 310-902-5387, 310-902-5387. She is an official sponsor of oPiNion Nation. So please go patronize her. Tell her I sent you. Alice Rabon is her name. That's right, Rabon, same name as mine because we were married and we're not anymore, but we're still friends. I support her business. She supports me. So please go out and show support. I would certainly appreciate it. Again, that is the Social Workout Studio in Chatsworth. If you're in that area, especially if you're in that area and you're fat, give Alice a call. She'll work it off for you. I'm telling you. Ain't nothing your body has done to you that you can't do back to it to get it where you want it to be. Yeah. So, anyway, Jason Mitchell, young man, 32 years old, seemed to have a sexual harassment problem to a point that he has been fired from his jobs. He was on The Chi, which is a great show about Chicago, about the streets in Chicago. I like that show. He's been let go from that show. His next film, Desperados, was a very significant role. He's been cut out of that. He's lost his representation, United Talent Artists and Authentic. They've cut him loose, and it's all behind sexually harassing his co-star, who is named Tiffany Boone, a very, very beautiful woman. But that aside, when someone says no, particularly on the job, you got to understand this is serious because you can get them in trouble. You can get that company in trouble. Every SAG and after project, the rules are read. You're at least you're not written to you. They're handed to you about sexual harassment. The whole thing behind sexual harassment. How misconduct will get you fired. So it's not like you can't say you didn't know. You can't say, well, I thought we were cool. Because after a couple times and you say no and you keep doing that, well then obviously it's not cool. And to a point to where her boyfriend had to come to the set. Her fiance had to come to the set and check dude, and then she's not feeling comfortable. with working with these people, with working with him in this situation. So the producers had to cut him loose, and it's just sad, man.
So why do you think so many sexual harassment cases, particularly in Hollywood, in Black Hollywood, it seems to be like recently?
Well, I think the Me Too movement kind of have given women the strength to come out and just say, hey, I'm not putting up with this. Because that was a time when they just tolerated, because that way you can kind of throw a smile. The smile kind of like, okay, you don't really want to, but it's kind of like, all right, okay. You know what I mean? And that's what they had kind of been doing. But now it's like, no, wait, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not, So the Me Too movement definitely is what's got it going where it is. And rightfully so. You know what I mean? It's time for a change in that. As far as sexually harassing somebody, I mean, that's the preamble to rape.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
It doesn't get it if you continually, what are you going to convince them to believe that they love you now? If you keep on, if something is wrong when you don't, that little switch doesn't click where it says, you know what, she's not interested in me. I'm gonna move on. I don't want nobody that don't want me.
Do you think it may be a disconnect because men don't share that same feeling? If a woman hits on a man consistently, we're not going to complain about it or see it as an issue.
Well, it depends on how she look, Nick.
That's a good point.
She come here looking like a linebacker. I'm calling the police.
Some dudes like the big girls.
Man. I know. I understand. Well, I got to say one of my friends, and you know him, so I'm not going to say. But yeah, it's funny too because as you get older, you do like a little bit more meat. That's interesting too. You brought that up. And one thing on this show, we do bounce off the little rabbit trails and we come back. But as you get older, more meat, even stretch marks are kind of sexy. Especially within a certain way. You know what I mean? Because like when a woman got stretch marks like on her rear end, it's a focal point. You walk to the house, there's a fireplace, you see that. The big 78-inch screen TV, you see that. When you're making love behind a woman and you see that beautifully striped leopard ass, it's a beautiful thing. But you wouldn't appreciate that as an 18, 19-year-old because first of all, you wouldn't have had that. If you messing with a chick 17 or 18, 19, 20, we're too far.
Yeah, you went a little low.
Way a little low there. 21, 22 years old, they ain't got no stretch marks. But as you get older, I don't know what it is. It's just appreciation of having someone warm. But I don't know, Nick.
I started to appreciate it too. I think because we can imagine them being a little thicker too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can we can just implement that into the imagination.
And you know what? Like, cause I tell you another thing too. When you watch like a lot of these videos, how they send you these links or they send you these like the Instagram. It's just models walking,
right?
And they got on like panties basically,
right?
And they got booty just jiggling, and the cellulite is jiggling, and you're going like, damn, that's a fine motherfucker. But technically, she ain't.
Right.
All that fat, and the dimples in the booty, technically that is not good. But when you get older and you're looking at that, you're going like, damn. You can put your thumb in one of them dimples, and you can like grab. You know what I mean? Okay, we're talking about sexual harassment. Here we go, objectifying women's butts. I apologize. Nick brought that up. That wasn't me.
Have you experienced something like that being on set?
What, harassment?
Either being around another actor who was sexually harassing somebody, or somebody maybe coming after you.
Yeah, I've had a situation. Yeah, I had a situation. I worked with someone for about a year, and it was like, basically, you're going to date me. We're going to date, No, we can be cool, but no. The thing is that there are a lot of perks and things like that. There's some perks, but when you lend yourself out like that, those perks is a trade-off for disrespect. You know what I'm saying? When somebody keep giving you something all the time, then pretty soon they feel like they can just say anything they want to say to you. They can talk to you any kind of way. They can talk to you like you got a tail. You know what I mean? And then it ain't worth it. All the stuff and all the money and all the nice prizes and gifts and shit ain't worth being talked to like a dog. You know what I mean?
Have you worked with someone, and you especially being in former law enforcement, have you ever worked with someone on the set, or maybe even being a police officer that was sexually harassing co-workers or other people?
No, everybody was fucking each other in the police department. Shit, I don't think nobody was harassed. All you gotta do is ask her for some ass, and she'd be like, "All right."
I didn't know that was a thing.
Man, come on, man.
Always
Everybody all muscled up, tight up, oiled and shit. You know, life on the line, wrist coming in, looking good. Everybody in the gym. Everybody, if you ain't been divorced twice, you ain't a real cop. If you a cop and you ain't been divorced at least twice, take it back. You ain't really a police. You moonlighting as a law enforcement officer, but a police been divorced. It's just, that's just the way it is. That's just the
So the women, I would like the women, female cops. They don't get sexually harassed by the senior officers or the lieutenants.
Yeah, I mean, it's always those isolated situations, and the same thing. They just step up, because we got something called internal affairs. You go to internal affairs, you're like, all that shit stop.
Oh wow.
Yeah, okay. I won't be calling her no more. She kind of works on how I look at my uniform. Invisible, bitch. I don't even see your ass. You done told a man on me.
Hey, it be some good looking female
12
cops, man.
huh?
It be some good looking female cops. I see.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
I ain't mad at them, man.
Some of, I'm talking about. I had a good friend of mine. Actually, she was watching. Ginger. No, that's Gina. Ginger Stevens. She was actually a cheerleader for the Houston Oilers back in the day, and she was a cop. I mean, she always maintained a good physique. And even last time I saw her, she was still in good shape. You know what I mean? And who else it was? I dated this one girl named Maddie Summage for a hot minute. She was the bum dizzle. But I think I had a wife already. Anyway, I can't remember. I am old. And my memory fails me often. But it's a common thing, though. Oh, it's really common. And a lot of times guys don't even really know what sexual harassment is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
You know what? We'll talk about that when we come back. We'll take a break. Guys don't know what that shit means. Watching oPiNioNation. We're back. Once again, you're listening to oPiNioNation on rolloutstudios.com. If you want to call in, you have an opinion, do not hesitate to call. The number is 747-888-3082, 747-888-3082. Calling the hotline. What was the question? Nick came with a good, interesting question. Do you remember what it was?
Damn, I forgot. I'm reading this question in the chat room.
You know what? We can see who's paying attention. Someone send me a message. Let me know what it was he said we were going to talk about when we came back from break.
I did have a question from the chat room now for you.
Shoot.
It says, how come, celebrities just don't buy prostitutes?
They do.
I mean, but you would think somebody like Harvey Weinstein. Well, maybe it's like you said, it could be an ego trip. I'm assuming.
Well,
it is.
It's like anything else, man. Sometimes you like beer, sometimes you like wine, sometimes you like Crown Royal. Sometimes you can just go buy a prostitute. Sometimes you might just want this girl you work with all the time. You keep looking all the time. You think you got a little power. She probably maybe she'll succumb to the idea of dating you just because you in a position of power, which is in itself is wrong. You can't even do that. That's right. You can't, you're not supposed to date a subordinate. In the corporate world, particularly in the law enforcement, you never supposed to date, but you do it anyway. You sneak it. You figure out a way to get it done. That's just the way it is. Hey Leslie. But the thing is with Jason is that he has multiple complaints from other people. Oh. It's when that many people pull the plug on you, it's all allegedly. Let's just say that it's all allegedly. Person is innocent until proven guilty. But when they fire you, your guilt doesn't really matter if you're gone. You know what I mean? You can't go to jail, but you lose your job, which is probably worse in some scenarios, especially when you had all those opportunities and all those jobs. And you built that. That's the thing. You know how hard it is for actors to even get an audition and even get a series and then to book a series that stays on television and then get a movie and then get to what I call the royal the red carpet treatment, where you go from movie to series to movie to series. You know, I'm a comic, so I'm on the road on the weekends. Dude, that's the life.
Do you think it's over for him?
Listen, if it's not over, they definitely got a shovel and they digging a hole. Put it that way. You know, because this is gonna probably bury him. He's black. You know what I mean? If he was a white dude, he could go to rehab. He could just do whatever. Somebody might give him a shot.
Right.
But he's a brother. We already start one shot less. We already got to be twice as good to even get half as much as our counterparts.
Right.
And then the sisters even further back to that. Women even further back than that. So to me, it's just it almost brings back the Justice Smollett shit. You know, and I hate to bring stuff back, but when you got it going on, man. Why are you tripping? That's all that's this whole thing is. You got it going on. Why you tripping? Jason, you can have any woman you want, man. You know, if not, you can go to Brazil with the paper you got and have any kind of woman you want. If you're not, they will make the woman you want while you in Brazil. Why you wait?
That's a fact. It's a pretty girl, though.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman.
She's a pretty girl. Pretty girl. She's kind of tiny to me, though. When I saw the show, I said, you're a little bit tiny. You know, like we talked earlier, I like a little meat on my bone.
Yeah, a little stretch mark.
Yeah, stretch mark, you know, little meat, little leak. I call it leak, little say leak, just a little say leak. You know, little leak is neat. A little leak is neat.
That's because you've been down in Houston, man.
Well, I'm from there, you know. Hey, man,
I know San Antonio got the capital of that weight.
Yeah. Well, you know, down south, you know, they eat whatever you want to eat. The Waffle House, bruh.
Never been.
Man, don't ever go. Ain't nothing in the chicken. It's all pork. Ain't nothing bacon. It's pork and flour. That's it. You get pork and flour and eggs. If that ain't a culinary, I don't know what it is. Oh, Leslie, we're talking about Leslie. Leslie Jackson was actually the AD, assistant director, when I worked on the Hughleys.
Oh, wow. I used to go on that set all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was asking what the topic was, and one of the topics is Jason Mitchell. What the hell is wrong with you? And then we also later on we talking about Draymond Green and Lil Nas X. Those are the three topics for tonight's show. Someone say plain no stupidity. Yeah, I would definitely say it's stupid, but what is feeding the stupidity? I mean, it's different. You know what? I can understand someone just nagging and shit out of you. He just keeps bugging me. He keeps bugging me. Just stop. He does annoying me. That's one thing. But to sexually, because when I first saw it, it's just harassment. He was just harassing. Like, well, maybe he just bugging that shit out of him. Come on, run lines. Come on, run lines. Let's run lines. You know, he in there trying to get it on. He trying to get it popping and cracking. And old girl ain't feeling that shit. You know, she got a dude. So that, first of all, look at all the signs. She got a dude. You own the job. It's against policy. You know, you stand to lose everything, and yet you still figure out a way. The consequences didn't outweigh what you were trying to get out of that woman.
Do you watch the show, The Chi?
Not recently, because I don't have premium channels.
Do you know what their relationship is? The characters on the show?
They're boyfriend girlfriend.
Okay, because I'm looking at a picture, the casting picture, and he got his hand all on her hip. You know, like on her hip though, not on the waistline, on her hip, a little bit below the waistline.
So she might have been putting up with that. I'm sure she has. She's been putting up that for a while.
She looks scared on this picture.
Man, and she got them big eyes though. She got
That's
some
a
big,
point.
yeah. And you know, it's just sad, man. Brother got it going on, and now you gotta hire a fixer. You know, call Steve Harvey. I heard he had a pretty good fixer. Straighten all that stuff out.
We're taking too many hits out here in Hollywood right now, man.
Yeah, man. You know, I don't know. Listen, I think I'd rather hit it, make it, and have to deal with the issues of that crap than totally being oblivious or maybe even mediocre. You know what I mean? I think I just deal with it because it's all. Listen, if you're an asshole. When you get rich, you're just going to be a bigger asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't like, oh, God, he was an asshole, but now he's rich. He's so sweet. No, he's still a dickhead. You know what I mean? So I try to be, you know, treat people right so people treat me right. You know, like I say, treat people like you want them to treat you. And they usually work out.
I mean, so if you could be Bill Cosby.
If I could be Bill Cosby?
Yeah, but you got to be Bill Cosby all the way. You got to be Bill back then.
I can't be Bill.
You got to be Bill now.
No, because Bill forgot. His memory got fucked up. His memory messed him up. You know, you don't do a deposition, talk about shit you know you ain't supposed to do. Some of these people just ignorant. Just ain't no way to explain it.
Being somebody that's worked on set, what advice would you give a up and coming actor being in that environment, being around beautiful women all the time, and being able to control yourself in that environment?
Well, the best thing is to just focus on your job. Focus on your job, dude. And as Leslie would tell you, I had one of the probably the smallest, the lowest level jobs on there, but I was on the set all the time as DL stand-in until I made a mistake, and then I became John Hinton stand-in. It was politics, because when DL cousin make a mistake, nobody gave a shit. Right. Let me be off an inch, and then DL come in standing my foot, he be off 5 feet. Nobody say shit to him, but they like, oh, hey, you. I'm like, what? I'm not even a stand-in. I'm a stand-up, standing there and trying to make some money. So stop tripping. But you focus on your job, and you will have those unions. There'll be people on set that you'll hang out with. You may go behind the building and smoke weed with. You may sit in the lunchroom and have lunch with. You may be cool with one of the leads that don't mind you hanging out in their trailer when you're not doing that. But you gotta know when to draw the line. That's the whole thing. Have all the fun you want, man, but you gotta know when the line's drawn and where it stops. As long as you stop before you cross that line, ain't no problem. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody got no issues with nobody. But if I repeatedly keep telling you, leave me alone, stop doing that, why you tripping? I told you I'm not interested in you, go away, I got a man, I got a woman or whatever, and you still keep persistent, then you got to go tell somebody else. You're going to tell the director and the producer, and then also the network get a hold to it, because they got to think about, if this continues, we could be sued.
Right.
We could lose everything. And then you got to understand that. But you got to know that going into the game. You can't go into the game like you ain't never had a woman in your life, and you lose your mind. There's no sense of reason. You're on the job, dude. It's 8 hours. Well, 10 or 12 on a normal work day on the set. But you're working. You got lines to memorize. You got character to keep in developing and improving, make that character stronger and richer. It don't just start the way you are and it ends in 5 years. You the same way you started. It gets richer. Right. You get more layers, more shit going on in your head. But you gotta keep your fingers off the woman, man. You gotta keep your hands off her. You just can't do it. Because listen, the ones that like you, they like you. They'll be down. There gonna be somebody on the set who wanna hang out. Want to kick it? Might be an extra, Well,
we live in that era now where people are not putting up rejection too well.
No.
They're not too receptive to it.
Nobody like to be rejected.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Nobody really. I can't think of anybody like, what? Just tell me no, and I'll be happy. Niggas say that, but you don't really mean it. I don't never want to hear the word no. I like to prefer the opposite, the backwards. It's on.
I hear that right there.
But again, anybody want to call in and have any comment they want to lay out tonight, give us a call. We got about 20 minutes left in the show. 747-888-3082. Be nice to hear from you. 747-888-3082. And if it's somebody out there that I may have sexually harassed that I don't remember, I apologize. And if you're out here, you're listening, call me. Don't call me. Call the studio. And let's talk about it. And tell me why I was out of line. I'm pretty sure it had to happen. Because most men, you listen, you know what men are like? Men are like bowling balls. It's going to roll and roll until it hits something. That's just the way it is. When it hits something, it stops. Then you start all over again. Set them up, start over. Set them up, start over until you finally find the right one for you. But sometimes you got to go through those rejections. Those like, nah. That's just the way it is. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So we're going to come back, take one more break, and we're going to come back talking about Draymond Green and these Golden State Warriors. Because I think he may be the key to Golden State for Pete.
Yeah, he killing it right now.
For Pete, man. Be right back. Opinion Nation. All right. You listen to Opinion Nation. This is show number 4. All right, this is our 4th show. Every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. to 8 Pacific time. some more coming in from my live feed. Gina says people can't even flirt anymore without being called sexual harassment. But if someone tells you to stop, then by all means, stop. Damn. It's like when you were 5 and she said, stop. It's the same shit. Anyway, the Golden State Warriors, man, come on, dude. Steph Curry, man, I think he may be the greatest shooter, at least distance. I don't think a layup counts. He has to be the greatest shooter to ever shoot the ball.
Is he the greatest point guard to ever play?
No, because I wouldn't say he's a pure point, though. He's mostly shooting guard.
Well, I just mean the position. I don't mean the skill. 'Cause I mean LeBron's a point guard. In that
It's kind of to me. Magic Johnson was
that's why I asked. I'm assuming
point
he's seen
forward.
Magic play in his prime. So.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. No look passes and shit. I wasn't even living in L.A. I was a fan. But they're balling, man. I think Steve Kerr. I think they're a 4-peat. I think they're not gonna. KD's probably gonna be gone. They're probably gonna lose KD if he heals from that quote unquote calf strain. Achilles tendon. Excuse me. Achilles tendon. Sorry. And I know he's gonna be gone. And I don't know where he's going. He may go to New York. I hear he may go to the Nets. He may go to the Clippers. They even talked today. I heard that he possibly could even join LeBron, the Lakers, which is really weird considering what he said about LeBron being toxic, working with him, playing with him. But I think that cause see, Boogie Cousins was on 1-year deal, so he's out. And who else is hurt? Iguodala.
Iguodala's down.
So I'm saying, dude, they beat him without Iguodala. Without even Iggy, who saved them a couple times, a couple of them series. So, they're actually better because Draymond Green has stepped up his game. He stopped focusing on all that old bully shit and started actually playing ball now. Especially, we saw what happened. When KD went down, he stepped up. He was all in KD's face. So now you realize Draymond Green was on point.
Yeah, he's kind of got that Magic Johnson game.
Yeah.
Take it off the backboard.
Man, he's playing forward.
Push it up
he's playing guard.
Yeah.
Man, big dude, man. I'm like, dude, I have never been a Draymond Green fan.
Oh,
I thought he was always starting shit. He always 2 fouls from getting suspended. And I'm not even Golden State. I'm a Rockets, Lakers. So, and I used to be like I really dug Steph Curry because I thought it was amazing. But Draymond, I didn't really feel it. I didn't really feel him, man. But now after watching this series, dude, he gonna mess around here and get MVP if he keeps that type of game up.
Oh yeah, I hope Steph Curry gets it, though. I think he's been snuffed a few times for the MVP.
Yeah.
Playoffs,
You know how to do the little light skinned dude, man.
I know, man. They hating on the brother, man. What was the best dynasty you seen growing up? We got the Golden State Warriors now.
Oh, it was the Chicago Bulls.
No. Let me rephrase it. Obviously, Chicago Bulls. But what was the best dynasty that didn't win?
That didn't win?
Yeah, that you seen. Because like this year, you from Houston. We had the Houston Rockets.
Well, Rockets went back to back. So
no, I'm talking about this year. So we had the Houston Rockets. I think this team will go down as a great team that just didn't.
I think it'll go down as a very good team with a really good guy.
Yeah, James Harden.
Yeah, a good team with a really, really good guy. But as far as a great team, they can't get over the hump. To be a great team, you gotta beat the better team, right. And they can't. They've proved they can't even do it. Even Chris Paul.
Steph Curry, a bad boy, man. He already broke his ankles. I think that psychologically damaged him when he dropped him on television.
You know it, man. Everybody see that. You can't.
Yeah. He made him touch the ground
you
twice.
Stand up and feel that.
That's a bad boy right there.
Yes, it is.
So, what team for you though? Growing up, what team just didn't get over the hump?
It's like the Mavericks never really got over the hump.
Was the Mavericks good when you were watching?
Well, actually, they had what's it, Orlando? What was Orlando Black?
Blackman, yeah.
Yeah, they had a nice little. They had what's his
Jackson.
name? The way he talked like this, yeah, they became a coach later on. And he's very articulate, but he talks high.
He coached for Arkansas.
Avery Johnson.
Yeah. I like Avery Johnson. That's my guy.
Is he still coaching?
Yeah, Alabama.
Oh, he's in college.
Yeah, I think he's at Alabama right now.
Wow. Well, last we want to talk about Lil Nas X, who has this song "Old Town Road." He just gave Billy Ray Cyrus a $150,000 Maserati, gifted it to him. He went to his house. It's on video. You can find it on Instagram. He went to his house, knocked on his door, and told him to say 7 weeks straight. There it is, right there, number one. And here it is. and Billy Ray. Man, to me, this is the coolest shit, man. You know, especially right now, with this fool we got in the White House. You know what I mean? For this to happen, it's beautiful.
Absolutely. Would you now? Granted, Billy Ray looked out for him. He hopped on the song,
Mm-hmm.
got it back on the charts. I'm sure it did quadruple the numbers after that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you buy somebody $150,000 gift?
First of all, I'd have to have probably $1.5 million in my pocket. You know what I mean? And then like another $4 million in the bank, and then some stocks and bonds and stuff. Then yeah, probably. You know, but if I don't know how much you make on the first run of a hit song that done this good, but seemed to me it couldn't be more than $750,000. It's only been a few months.
That's the number one
and
song
Billy
in the
Ray
country,
Cyrus
though.
got man boobs. Yeah, number one song. So I mean, everybody's buying it all over the world, I guess. And I don't know. I don't know his deal. Is it a record label or is this?
Yeah, I'm sure he's been signed by now. I'm 100% sure of that.
And you know, it's so funny. I was talking to a guy today about this. Like, how you go see him? Do you go to a country rodeo to see him, or do you go to a rap concert to see him?
That's a great question.
You know, like and he got on one song, so he can't headline. So I figure he probably go on the road with Billy Ray.
That's a great question.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Cause like, hey man, I'm gonna go see Lil Nas X. How long is that concert gonna last?
And now down in Houston and in Texas, is there any more black?
Cowboys?
I guess no. I know there's black cowboy, but I mean like country singers that we haven't heard of that just hasn't hit that major market. When you go back down,
Nick, I'm sure it is, man, and they're gonna probably try to pop out now.
I know this is kind of strange. You only got one.
Dude, this thing was, this is how things happen sometimes. It's just the stars lined up for this kid. You know what I mean? And the song is not even that complicated. It's not even, it's not even thought provocative. It just, if you ever ridden a horse, and I changed it to hog. Well, I'm gonna take my hog to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Cause I got a Harley, but I ain't got a horse. So I just changed when I sing it. But dude, to me, God blesses us in so many different ways. He had this unique talent, and he came up with something, and he did it, and God just say, pow. And then see how he rewarded and gave glory back to God by giving the gift to the person that helped him make it. That's just beautiful to me, man. And then the one black and one's white. When you got this fool in the White House dividing this country, come on, man. It don't get no better than that. Not as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that was dope.
Well, I guess we should bring number 4 to a close, huh? It's been real, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and watching it. I just be creating words for watching and listening to Opinion Nation. This is an opportunity I think that's going to turn out really great because we have a lot to talk about. And hopefully you start calling in and just voicing your opinion. If you don't feel good about something, just call. Let's talk about it. Because we all got an opinion. And there's one place that you can share it and you can hear it. Well, my closing opinion is, there's so many ways that you can cross so many lines. We talked about disrespect on this show as being a reason that many have left this earth. They're gone because of the lack of respect in front of the wrong person. See, now, though, we got the Me Too movement. Zero tolerance. That's what it is. As everyone is aware of by now. And yet still, some people still just don't get it. I mean, if you're willing to throw it all away after being asked to stop inappropriate behavior, then maybe this career wasn't for you. Maybe no career is meant for you. So many decent men, including yours truly, would just like the opportunity to be that working actor that you were. Now, Jason, this is meant for you. Go away. Get some help. Go to sex rehab. Volunteer for events. Change your mental life. Obviously, your finances are great. However, this behavior, if you don't seek help, you'll be playing a lead role in prison. I guarantee you, it won't be anything like The Chi. As a matter of fact, there's not a shy person in the penitentiary, especially when you're famous. This is Opinion Nation.